Hi everyone, my name is Oyam Dleleni. It's been a while since I have posted a video. It is due to the fact that the Lord had placed in my heart that I should start a podcast, and I've been trying to find ways. And to be honest, at first I was like, podcast me? No. Due to the fact that I've always thought of myself that I'm not a person who is well spoken. I told myself that I was better in writing than speaking. So when this desire came into my heart, I was like, no, that's not me. And on the other side, then also I have quite a big family. I have 5 children, 18, 14, 12, 9, and 4 months old. So balancing and trying to manage the household and the husband, working full time, and then the podcast, it is quite a challenge. But I've tried to procrastinate and come up with all sorts of excuses, which also those excuses could stick, and because it's something that I'm, even just the YouTube channel, and the setup also, not doing all these things by myself, and I don't have, doing it all by myself, I don't have a tech team. So this video might even be blurry right now, but I'm just trying to be obedient in doing it. So on the podcast, the name of the podcast is called to Serve. I will be sharing my story, and also I will be interviewing people to come and also share how they have managed to answer the call on their lives, being called to serve others. So I have been trying to be obedient, and by recording now, this is just for making an announcement to say now I will be doing the podcast. I will be breaking up my story. I've shared my story before on my YouTube channel, and my story of being raped at the age of 6 by a nephew to my aunt's husband for a period of 2 years. How that was found out is I had sores on my genital area, and I was taken to the clinic. That's where now they discovered that I had been penetrated on, and the perpetrator was never arrested because the uncle paid off. I vividly remember that he paid off, and I was then removed. Went back to stay with my grandmother. I was staying with my aunt at that time, and also at the age of 8, I was raped again by a cousin of mine for a period of about 6 months. This was all happening. My father had passed on when I was 9 months old, and my mother had moved on with her life, and later on remarried and had my younger sister. So the cousin of mine was also never arrested. Instead, when they found out, he was moved, and he went to stay with his sister. So then I felt that I was rejected by my family, that they never responded to what had happened to me. They never supported me, and I also had this resentment towards my mother because she was not there. She had moved on with her own life, and I felt that she never wanted me, and I was also raped again when I was doing my matric. On my way to, I was attending winter schools to improve my marks on for maths and accounting. And by a gang, there were initially 3 when I came across them, and one of them had just disappeared, and then 2 of them raped me. And all of these incidents affected all the areas of my life in terms of confidence, in terms of my relationships, my finances, and affected all the areas of my life. So I'll also be breaking down in terms of how I am managing the triggers, in terms of how I'm also managing the anger and all these issues, my insecurities, and my feeling unworthy, feeling discouraged most of the time, and not having dreams, and just living an autopilot life. So I will also be sharing those. And so I'm sharing all of this just so that I can also inspire someone who's on the other side, who I am called to serve. I can also inspire them that they can also start doing whatever that the Lord has placed in their heart. They don't have to postpone another day. They don't have to procrastinate again another day, knowing that there's someone on the other side who's also waiting for them to share their story, so that they can be triggered and also be able to be inspired, and also to start also sharing their own story, because your story is important. Your story, you have something to say, you have something valuable to say, and someone wants to hear that something you have to say that is valuable, so that they can also come out of their shell and be encouraged, be inspired to also share their own, that will also encourage another person. And then this cycle can start, and this cycle can go on, and whereby women are able to share these things, women are able to talk about these things, and we are able to encourage one another and inspire one another to talk about these things that were done to us, that we also did, that is our mistakes, our life experiences, and also our skill set, our gifts and talents that we have. So I will be breaking down all these things, and also inviting other women to come and share their own stories, and to also share their journeys, because our journeys are not the same. And as much as I am a mother of 5, and I'm trying to balance all these things, and I have all sorts of reasons not to do this, not to come up with excuses not to do it. But I know that on the other side, even if it's just one person who can listen to this video, who can be inspired, who can take that leap of faith and live the life that God planned for them, that God desires for them, and that they can also have that ripple effect in terms of now also doing the same for others, because we all have a purpose. There's a reason why we were created. There's a reason why you were created. No matter what life challenges were thrown at you, whether it's life experiences, life challenges that you at times were your own mistakes, were your own doing, at times were inflicted by others, no matter those challenges are, you have something to say, you have something valuable to share. So I would really like to encourage women to let's come out of our shell. I'm doing this fearful, I'm doing this nervous, I don't know, I'm always valuable, I'm always thinking about what are people going to say, I had to, for me to be able to do this, the million times that I have to chop and change was, no, I don't want this to show, I don't want this, the background, and this and that and that, and also postponing to say, no, I need to buy this first, I need to get that first, I need for, it will never be perfect, you'll never get the perfect moment. You always find a reason not to do it. You always find something that will make you not do it, because behind it, there's fear. There's fear that says you are not, no one's going to listen to you. There's voices that are saying you have nothing valuable to say. There's voices that are saying your story is not important. All of those things, which are all lies, because your story is valuable. My story is important, is valuable, and it can save a life. It can, my story can inspire someone. My story can encourage someone to also come out of their shell and also live a fulfilling life. So I'm still on the journey as I'm sharing all of this, of learning and unlearning some of the things, and also identifying my triggers and how to respond, how to manage them. So I will be doing this. I will be sharing. I will be coming to your lives, and I hope you will be inspired by my story. I hope you'll be inspired by the people that I will be bringing on to come and share also. And so the name of the podcast is called to Purpose, called to serve. The name of the podcast is called to serve. We are all called to service. Our gifts are not for us but for others. Gifts and talents are not for us but for others. Skill sets, we can also inspire others. Our life experiences, our stories are also can also inspire and encourage others. The Lord did not give us a spirit of fear and timidity, but the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. So we all have the power. We all have the love in Jesus, and also the sound mind. So I hope you can also be inspired by my story. So please do subscribe to my channel, like, share this video, and to comment on the description box below if there's any topics that you would like for me to cover, if there's maybe people that you would love to hear their stories, and if you have also your own story that you would love to share. I can also avail my platform that I have started for you to come and share your story. And also, if there's questions that you would also love to ask me, I would be more than happy to share, to answer those questions that you have for me. And so I always felt that my family neglected me, my mother. I resented my mother. Our relationship is still not 100%. There's still issues there, but I respect her, and I'm learning also her reasons why God is so patient with me, that He's also showing me what her reasons were. So it's not an easy journey. It's not an easy one. Even now, as I'm sharing this video, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to wait for everyone to sleep, and I have all the reasons in the world not to do this, but I refuse. All sorts of things are playing in my mind in terms of no one is going to watch this, no one will like this, and Also, my look is not interesting. I don't put on makeup, all those sorts of things that that I am. My mind is just making up so that I can go back to my place of comfort. Because as I'm doing this, this is new to me. This is out of my comfort zone. This is out of my comfort zone. But I'm doing it. Knees shaking. I'm doing it. You can also do it. You can also do it. Then Jesus will strengthen you. His strength is made perfect in our weakness. So be encouraged. You can do it. If there's anything that the Lord has placed in your heart, any desire that He has placed in your heart that is out of your comfort zone, take that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith. If there's any way, any way I can support you, please do indicate that any way that I can support you, prayer, sharing in terms of resources,